Hey everybody, it's Dusti Martin with Corcoran Platinum Living dropping in to give you your monthly market update for the cities of Cave Creek and Carefree. So buckle up, let's go. All right, here we go. So our active listings in Cave Creek and Carefree are down 50.9% over this time last year, and our sold listings are up 25.3% over this time last year. In other words, that is like a 75% disparity from last year versus what's available versus what's actually happening, what's available to sell versus what's not. Our median price per square foot is up 19.1%. That's higher than Phoenix and Scottsdale. I just did those. Those were 17.9 and 18%. In Cave Creek and Carefree, we're at 19.1%. So keep in mind that a normal stable market appreciation is 2 to 4% year over year. And here we are sitting at over 19%. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about making any investments, that this year is not normal. Our months of supply is down. Again, one of the highest drops in supply in the valley at 60.8%. So we're currently sitting at 1.26 months of supply for both towns combined, Cave Creek and Carefree. And then our median days on market is down 28.6% and is currently sitting at 35 days. That's the length of a transaction. So basically, if your home is priced and marketed appropriately, it should sell almost immediately. So now that we've done that, overall, let me break it down for you by price range, and you might find some things a little bit shocking in comparison to last year. So like I said, overall, we have a 1.26 month of supply here in Cave Creek and Carefree. When we get to the $0 to $100,000 price range, there is no data. There is nothing available. And so therefore, there can be no demand because we don't have anything to calculate off of it. So if you do have some little condo or something, duplex or something that you'd like to sell, now might be a good time to do it because you literally have no competition. When we get to the $100,000 to $200,000 price range, again, we no longer have any inventory, but we did have one sell. The one that we had sold. So we're at a 0 month of supply. So we know the demand is out there. There's just no inventory. So again, if you have something in that price range, might be time to sell it because you have zero competition. Then when we get the $200,000 to $300,000 price range, we're at a 2.5 month supply, which is a pretty strong seller's market, but it's not the crazy white hot we're seeing in some of the other price ranges. Part of that is because in that price range, you start to see the entry-level single-family homes. They may not be as updated, that sort of thing. But keep in mind, they're out there. They're just kind of rare. And then the buyers for them are also rare. Then we get to the $300,000 to $500,000 price range. We're at 0.44 months of supply, meaning less than a half a month, meaning less than 2 weeks supply. So if you have a home in that price range, even though it's the holidays, if you had any thoughts of selling, I would do it now. Then when we get to the $500,000 to $700,000, we're just over 1 month at 1.11, so about 5 weeks of supply. And then we get to the $700,000 to $1 million mark in Cave Creek and Carefree, and you're at 1.14 months of supply. That is bananas. That is a great place to be if you're looking to sell a home in that price range. That is not a normal market for this price range. So keep that in mind. Then when we get to the $1 to $3 million price range, you're at a 2.8 month supply. It's not the crazy white hot, absolutely no inventory crowd, but it is well inside the seller's market area, if you will. If 4 months or less is a seller's market, then you're sitting right there in the middle. You might get 1 or 2 very strong offers, maybe not 12, but that's okay. But just keep that in mind to try to budget your expectations. And then here's the crazy thing. This time last year, for the $3 million price range and higher, we had only 7 homes available, but no sales. So we had no way to calculate it. But this year, I'm guessing our over $3 million mark, the last month or two, I was saying, hey, if you have one of those, you should probably sell it now because you might not see this again. Well, now we're back to having no data, but we know that last year we had 7 homes in this price range, but this year we have 9. So without having a sale, we can't really calculate, and it's not every day that those sales are made anywhere in the valley, let alone in our neck of the woods. So keep that in mind. Just try to be a little mindful. Even though we don't have a whole lot of data on supply and demand for this year versus last year, we do know that there are more homes available in this price range this month than there was last year. So keep that in mind when you are getting ready to price your ultra high-end home over the $3 million mark. If you're wondering what your home might be worth in your specific neighborhood or your part of town, or what your home might be worth in today's market, give me a call at 480-717-9405 or visit my website at dustimartinrealtor.com.